Seeking Sister-Wife star Garrick Merrifield threatened to call ICE on wife. Seeking Sister-Wife star Garrick Merrifield was arrested Monday for domestic violence against his wife, and now we've uncovered explosive details on the dramatic incident, including a threat to call Immigration and Customs Enforcement. According to an affidavit for arrest warrant, obtained by TMZ, Garrick's wife, Lorrana, told police her husband snatched her phone during a heated argument, refusing to allow her to contact her family in Brazil. The docs say Lorrana informed Garrick she wanted to call police, but he wouldn't give her phone back, and he threatened to call ICE. Lorrana told cops she was terrified because she isn't familiar with all the laws, even though she's in the country legally on a visa. As a result, Lorrana did an internet search for how to contact law enforcement, which she believes Garrick found out about because he deactivated the Wi-Fi on her devices. Even though she didn't want Garrick arrested, the police busted him anyway on charges of domestic violence, according to the affidavit. Garrick and Lorrana wed in October 2024 and welcomed a daughter this past July. He is in a plural marriage with his first wife, Dannielle. They have 3 older children together and they legally divorced years ago so Garrick could marry 2 other women, both from Brazil. Seeking sister-wife's Garrick wants third wife, tells first wife Dannielle she'll have to marry woman amid arrest. Seeking sister-wife's Garrick Merrifield dropped a bombshell on his wives, Dannielle and Lorrana, in the season 6 finale amid his recent arrest. During the Sunday, November 30th, episode of the TLC reality show, Garrick, 40, told cameras that the plural family is actively seeking a third wife after he wed Brazil-born Lorrana in 2024. The couple welcomed their first child together, daughter Sarah May, in July. Garrick then took things a step further, telling his first wife, Dannielle, that she would have to legally marry the new addition to the family if they added a new wife from another country, citing Lorrana's U.S. citizenship status. Garrick and Dannielle, who share 3 children, legally divorced in 2020 so Garrick could legally marry another woman. However, they remain together. You know, if God had us to meet another woman from another country, truly our best option would be, Dannielle would have to marry to have her come here, Garrick said in a confessional interview with his wives beside him, per a clip published by Extra. Just because we don't know how long it would take before me and Lorrana could get divorced where I could marry another woman. Dannielle seemed shocked by Garrick's revelation, saying, "I wasn't aware of that." Yeah, she can get a green card, but then it takes 5 to 10 years for her to actually become a citizen, Garrick explained to Dannielle. Dannielle then got teary-eyed as she said, "I feel like it's more of a discussion I feel like we need to have. 'Cause I thought it was gonna be a couple of years for her adjustment of status and they could divorce," referring to Garrick and Lorrana. "I didn't realize it would take so long and that would be, in the next year, if we're adding someone, that it would be on me to marry them from another country," she added. Lorrana also expressed some concerns about Garrick's desire to add a new wife to the plural marriage. "I know we live in the plural, but at the moment, I don't feel very comfortable looking for another wife now because it's all very new to me," Lorrana said using a translation app on her phone. "Having a baby and not having much time with Gar makes me a little worried." Garrick responded, "I definitely totally understand where you're coming from and your feelings. I get it. But we are a plural family and I know it's a calling from God, and we have to be open to what He has. And if that is tomorrow or 3 months from now, I don't know, but I know that He's in perfect control and we have to keep seeking. So for now, we're just gonna have to keep an open heart and mind to what God has," he added. Garrick's desire to seek a third wife during Sunday's season 6 finale comes amid news of his November 24th arrest on misdemeanor domestic violence and obstructing telephone service charges. The Chaffee County Sheriff's Office in Colorado told People last week, according to TMZ, Lorrana contacted the police after Garrick allegedly threatened to call U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, on her during an argument. Lorrana told officers that Garrick snatched her phone away from her during the incident, not allowing her to contact her family in Brazil, TMZ reported, citing a police affidavit for an arrest warrant. Garrick was released on bail following the arrest. He has made no public comment about the charges against him. Neither Garrick nor the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office responded to Us Weekly's requests for comment last week. Special Forces, Brianna LaPaglia says she gentle-parented Sister Wives star Kody Brown. Be it Special Forces fans or Sister Wives fans, there isn't a week that goes by that they don't hear about Kody's antics. Want to know what they are talking about now? Well, the Brown family patriarch competed with several celebrities in various challenges. Now, one of his co-stars is revealing what really happened behind the scenes. Influencer Brianna Chicken Fry LaPaglia recently shared details about her dynamic with Kody. She even described his behavior that left her confused, even after the show had come to a close. While this reality TV crossover always creates tension, it doesn't seem to end. Kody's wife, Robin, has also chimed in about her view on Brianna. What did Brianna learn about Kody during their time together? And why did a casual post-show conversation turn into a dramatic revelation involving Robin? Keep reading to know more. Special Forces, behind the scenes of Kody's controversial journey on the show. Kody Brown is controversial. There is no ifs and buts about it. His appearance on the Special Forces added a few more talking points to the conversation. His journey led him to the finale as well, where he was ultimately eliminated while Gia Giudice and Shawn Johnson East secured the win. Even before filming began, Brianna shared with the media that she didn't necessarily get along with Kody during the show. The tension even increased between them once they were on set together. Brianna said that Kody refused to shower for several days. This made him a bad guy in front of other cast members. Brianna eventually had to ask him directly to use deodorant. They often traveled together and even slept in bunk beds next to each other. That is the exact reason Brianna couldn't ignore the situation. Meanwhile, online viewers also called out Kody for touching female co-stars during a challenge in a way that many felt crossed boundaries. Special Forces, Brianna's complicated dynamic with Kody Brown. One can expect Kody to have fiery moments due to his on-screen persona by this point. But Brianna LaPaglia says their off-camera moments on Special Forces were just as overwhelming. She explained that filming the show placed them in close quarters for long hours. This led to unexpected moments between them. During a recent episode of her BFF's podcast, Brianna shared a moment from a post-finale dinner with fellow recruits. This included celebrities like Shawn Johnson East, Andrew East, Gia Giudice, and Kody himself. When someone asked why Robin wasn't present, Kody allegedly replied that she couldn't come because she would murder Brianna for how she treated him. This surprised Brianna, who believed she treated Kody well. She even said jokingly that she gentle-parented him through the show. She did so even though Kody's behavior tested her patience. Brianna mentioned that she never spoke about Robin and barely knew her. She even stated that they had been working the press together earlier that day, and nobody said anything. She described Kody as unpredictable, unsure whether he was joking or genuinely upset. The podcaster admitted she couldn't understand him and preferred not to comment further. For the latest Special Forces tea. Seeking Sister Wife star Garrick Merrifield arrested for alleged domestic violence, everything to know. Seeking Sister Wife star Garrick Merrifield was arrested in November 2025. Merrifield was arrested on charges of misdemeanor domestic violence and obstructing telephone service, the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office confirmed to People on November 26. Merrifield was booked on November 24 and has since been released from custody, according to online records. It is not currently clear if the reality star has entered a plea or if he has hired an attorney. What is an obstructing telephone service charge? While details of Merrifield's arrest are not currently known, the Peakstone Law Group explained that in the state of Colorado it is unlawful for someone to interrupt an electronic communication device, whether that is a cell phone, a landline, or any other communication apparatus. This ensures that the person who is in possession of that device is able to use it in cases of emergency. To obstruct or tamper with telephone service in Colorado is considered a serious criminal offense. Seeking Sister Wife star Garrick Merrifield allegedly threatened to call ICE on his wife. TMZ reported that Garrick's wife, Lorrana, told police he took her phone during a heated argument and refused to let her contact her family in Brazil, according to an affidavit for the arrest warrant. Lorrana then told Merrifield she wanted to call the police, and she claimed to authorities that he wouldn't give her phone back and threatened to call ICE on her. According to the paperwork, Lorrana, who is legally in the United States on a visa, told police she was scared because she wasn't familiar with all the laws. Following the argument, Lorrana researched how to contact law enforcement. She said she believed Merrifield found out about her search because he deactivated the Wi-Fi on her devices. According to the affidavit, Lorrana didn't want Merrifield to be arrested. However, the police still eventually arrested him on domestic violence charges. Who is Seeking Sister Wife star Garrick Merrifield? Merrifield is best known for starring on TLC's Seeking Sister Wife, in which he and his first wife, Dannielle, welcomed fans into their lives as they set out to find a sister wife. The couple legally divorced in 2020 so he could marry another woman, and he eventually married his current legal wife, Lorrana, in 2024. The couple has remained in a plural marriage with Dannielle. Seeking Sister Wife star Garrick Merrifield recently welcomed a baby. Merrifield's arrest comes 4 months after he and Lorrana welcomed their daughter, Sarah May, in July 2025. Co-parenting as a plural family has been wonderful, to have all the support and be there for each other, Merrifield told People in a November 17 interview. It's a blessing to have all of our family involved helping each other. It's definitely allowed us to do different things. He continued, Lorrana and I have been able to go on trips when Dannielle took the kids, and vice versa. Lorrana is taking the kids so Dannielle and I are able to celebrate our anniversary. New details emerge about Seeking Sister Wife star Garrick Merrifield's arrest, allegedly threatened to call immigration on wife Lorrana and more. Garrick Merrifield was arrested earlier this week and on Friday, more information began to emerge regarding what the Seeking Sister Wife star allegedly did to land himself in the slammer. TMZ has revealed that the affidavit for Garrick's arrest warrant states that Garrick's newest wife Lorrana told police on Monday that Garrick took her phone away while they were arguing because she told him she was going to call the police. He allegedly refused to allow her to contact her family in Brazil. As fans of the show are aware, Lorrana hails from Brazil and married Garrick last year. Garrick and Lorrana welcomed their first child together in July and just announced the baby news online last week. Lorrana claimed that Garrick also threatened to call immigration and customs enforcement on her. Lorrana told cops she was terrified because she isn't familiar with all the laws, even though she's in the country legally on a visa, TMZ reported. According to the affidavit, Lorrana then attempted to search the internet to find out how she could get in touch with the cops, but soon found that the Wi-Fi had been disconnected on her devices, something she believes Garrick did to keep her from contacting law enforcement. This explains the somewhat unclear charge Garrick received of telephone-obstruct service, which, according to Sarcasm, occurs when a person knowingly prevents, obstructs, or delays, by any means whatsoever, the sending, transmission, conveyance, or delivery in this state of any message, communication, or report. This includes messages sent by telephone, email, or other device. TMZ reports that Lorrana didn't want cops to arrest Garrick, but he was hauled off to jail and charged with domestic violence anyway. Garrick bonded out of jail later that day and, on Tuesday, a mandatory protective order was issued, preventing Garrick from contacting Lorrana. It is unknown if Garrick's other wife Dannielle played any part in the alleged events. The Ashley told you, both Garrick and Dannielle appear to have removed all photos of Lorrana from their respective Instagram pages, including the video shared by TLC, in which they are no longer tagged. Only one single promo pic featuring Lorrana remains on Dannielle's account. According to court records obtained by the Ashley, Garrick is next due in court for an in-court appearance on December 2nd. The Merrifields have not yet commented publicly on Garrick's arrest. The Ashley will continue to update this story as more information becomes available. Stay tuned. Seeking Sister Wife's Garrick Merrifield threatened to call ICE on wife Lorrana before arrest, report. New details are emerging on Seeking Sister-Wife star Garrick Merrifield's recent arrest. Garrick, 40, allegedly threatened to call U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, on wife Lorrana, a Brazil native, and have her deported amid an argument, TMZ reported on Wednesday, November 26. Lorrana told police that her husband snatched her phone from her during an argument, not allowing her to contact her family in Brazil, according to TMZ, citing an affidavit for an arrest warrant. Lorrana reportedly said in the docs she wanted to call the police, but Garrick wouldn't give her her phone back and threatened to call ICE. She told officers she was scared because she wasn't familiar with all the laws in the U.S., but noted that she was in the country legally on a visa, per TMZ. According to the docs cited by TMZ, Lorrana conducted an internet search on how to contact the police. She believes Garrick found out about this because he allegedly deactivated Wi-Fi access on her devices. Garrick was arrested on Monday, November 24, TMZ and People reported. He was booked in Chaffee County, Colorado, and later released on bail. The Chaffee County Sheriff's Office told People on Wednesday that Garrick was charged with misdemeanor domestic violence and obstructing telephone service. Us Weekly has reached out to Garrick and the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office for comment. Neither Garrick nor the Sheriff's Office immediately responded to Us Weekly's requests for comment on the arrest on Wednesday. Garrick and Lorrana married in October 2024 and welcomed their first child together, daughter Sarah May, in July. Garrick and Lorrana are in a plural marriage with Garrick's other wife, Dannielle, as documented on TLC's Seeking Sister-Wife. Garrick and Dannielle, who share teen sons Jeremiah and Solomon, and 2-year-old daughter Leah, legally divorced in 2020 to allow Garrick to marry another woman, according to People. Garrick's arrest occurred just a week after the Merrifields introduced their new baby to the world in an interview with People on November 17. Baby Sarah is definitely a squeaker. She is loud. I wonder if she might be an opera singer someday, Garrick gushed to the outlet. She's got some lungs on her. I'm excited to see more of her personality and seeing her and Leah as sisters playing together and growing up together. It is such a blessing that we had Sarah at this time, so Leah will grow up with her also. Garrick also spoke about navigating co-parenting with his two wives. Co-parenting as a plural family has been wonderful, to have all the support and be there for each other. It's a blessing to have all of our family involved helping each other. It's definitely allowed us to do different things, he said. Lorrana and I have been able to go on trips when Dannielle took the kids, and vice versa. Lorrana is taking the kids so Dannielle and I are able to celebrate our anniversary, he added. Dannielle said, "It has been nice for Lorrana and I to be able to help each other as mothers and give each other breaks. It has also been equally as special to see Garrick become a father again to two girls, which is a whole different ballgame." Sister-wife star Garrick Merrifield arrested for domestic violence just days after announcing daughter's birth. Sister-wife star, Garrick Merrifield, arrested for misdemeanor domestic violence. The reality star's eyes were bloodshot and looked miserable in his mugshot, obtained by the U.S. Sun. Seeking Sister-Wife star Garrick Merrifield was arrested for domestic violence this week. He was arrested on Monday, just days after announcing his daughter's birth. He was also hit with a charge of telephone-obstruct service. He has since bonded out. As fans of the show know, Garrick is in a plural marriage. He and his first wife, Dannielle, divorced years ago so he could legally remarry another woman. He married Brazilian-born Lorrana in October of last year, and he just welcomed their first child, a daughter, in July. The marriage was documented on the 6th season of the TLC show. Seeking Sister-Wife star Garrick Merrifield arrested for alleged domestic violence. Seeking Sister-Wife star Garrick Merrifield was arrested Monday for misdemeanor domestic violence, TMZ reports. The arrest occurred in Chaffee County, Colorado, and Merrifield has since bonded out of jail, a spokesperson told TMZ. According to online court records, the reality star is facing a charge of telephone-obstruct service. On its website, Sawyer Legal Group says the